Hi, and welcome to another episode of Cold Album Drumming. I'm Brad, and in this video series, I am playing drums to all my favorite albums, front to back, cover to cover, but doing it totally cold. So no warm-up on the drums, no listening ahead of time, and in many cases, I haven't heard the album in many years. So I have had a hell of a week in the middle of just a bunch of just gross and unfortunate stuff, unfortunately. And so I've been like really wanting to get behind the drum kit all week to just kind of get it all out of my system. And so I decided that I would want to play drums to one of my all-time favorite albums, and that is Cake, Comfort Eagle. This album was like huge for me. I was first introduced to Cake at the end credits of an episode of Daria on MTV in the 90s. And it was the song Rock and Roll Lifestyle off of their first record, and I remember being like, whoa, what is this? But it was really this album, which was interesting because Fashion Nugget came before, and it was with Frank Sinatra and stuff like that. But that for whatever reason, like, that's not where I came into Cake and really truly started loving them. It was this album, and I remember Short Skirt, Long Jacket, and the video for that was amazing. And Love You Madly became like a huge song. And I want to say that this album, Shadow Stabbing, was on the Orange County soundtrack, which is like kind of like a weird offbeat comedy movie. And yeah, so anyway, so it's kind of, I'm trying to think of like how I came into it, but it was through this album that I first really, really started loving Cake. And man, they're one of, I think one of the most influential bands or groups on my entire, both from like kind of a playing perspective, but also just kind of from like an ethos perspective. It's like they're funny, they're wry, they're funky, they're wholly unique, and that's why I love them. Like they are singular, and I've always been drawn to that. Like I saw a lot of myself in Cake. So anyways, so Cake is one of our favorite bands of all time. Love You Madly. In college, our band covered it and would cover it. I think we even did Nugget too at one point in time, but Love You Madly was like a staple cover song in our repertoire. So all to say, I am really looking forward to playing along with this album. I know I've played drums to Arco Arena before, but I don't think that I've really played drums to any of the other songs. But I'm a little nervous because I know I'll screw it up. But I know this album cold. So here we go. Let's try to prove it. But I hope I don't screw up too bad. Without further ado, here is Cake, Comfort Eagle.